Hello, everybody, and welcome into another Sumner County Sports Show with your host, Zach Womble, and joining me behind the scenes, as always, our soon-to-be award-winning producer, Justin Kulik. We, of course, are brought to you by Brewster's Real Ice Cream of Hendersonville, fresh, never frozen. Hey, they're open right now, so make sure you stop on by for that fresh treat that is a scoop above the rest. All right, Justin, let's jump right into today's show because he's waiting on us. He was so great to answer early. That is our guest today, Gallatin head coach Bobby Luna, joining us via the phone. Bobby, thanks so much for joining us, man. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Zach. I appreciate you and Justin having me on.
Absolutely. Quick item of note I was just figuring up during the break. I know you're not a numbers guy, but you're getting close, okay? Are you aware that you recorded win number 575 in your career against Nolensville in the Above the Rim tournament just a couple weeks ago?
No, I'm going to be honest. I had no idea about that. I know a few years ago we passed the 500 mark, but I really have not kept up with it. And, I guess I'm just fortunate, with the group of kids that I have, we just kind of worry about the next one. And, and I'm appreciative of that and very fortunate to do it for a long time. But no, I wasn't aware of that. So thanks for telling me. I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Up to 578 total now, 16-2 on the season, Bobby. No secret about it. You guys are one of the best teams in Middle Tennessee so far. So I guess the broad question for you is, what's worked for you so far through 18 games?
Well, I think the key for us is we've got pretty good versatility. We returned 4 guys from last year's team that started for us at one time. 3 of those guys started almost every game. So we have experience. Our guard play has been good. Our post play has been very solid. We get a lot of our scoring from our guard play, but our post play is good. Those guys are doing exactly what we ask them to do. They're great defenders. They're good screeners. They're good rebounders. We don't put the ball in their hands as often as we do our guards, but we do have a number of ways to score. The 3 experienced guards with DeCosta Ricks, A.J. Davis, and Cannon Hale have all had games where they led us in scoring. And, a lot of nights when we can get 2 out of those 3 guys really going, it makes our offense really click. And then, I think we've always tried to hang our hat on the defensive side of the basketball. And, our kids play very hard. We can play physical or we can play, however the game's being called. And, we have good depth guys who can guard multiple positions. And so I think those things have been a plus for us throughout the season so far.
Bobby, I don't want to put too much expectation on your team or anything like that, but you're 33 years into your coaching career. Where does this team stack up among teams in the past for you?
Well, I think it's a different team in that it is heavy, in the guard play. Most of the time when we've had teams at the highest classification that have gone on and been really successful towards the end of the year, a lot of those times those teams are fortunate to have some size. We're not blessed with size. No, we're not small. We have good size post players. We go 6'3", 6'4", and some of our guards are good size at 6'3" and 6'4". But the thing that's a little more unique about this particular team is the skill level. I think our team is very skilled. So in comparing it to past teams, it would be a little different in that. I guess we're probably a little bit better offensively than some of those teams were that have made the trip to the state tournament. Obviously, we had a good run a few years ago with a good offensive team that was very young with Cade Martin, Ty Martin, and LaRodre Clark and some of those guys and made it to the sectional. But I don't know how far this team can go, but it's a little bit different in that it's pretty offensive minded at times.
Bobby. All the credit, I guess all the blame lies on your shoulders, but you've got 2 guys behind you on the bench, 3 guys, I guess, on the bench, your assistant coaches. Can you just talk about them? And I guess the continuity season in and season out of having those same guys, those same voices in the locker room, in the gym, what that does for your team.
Well, it means a lot to our kids, first of all, because, they can develop a relationship not only with the head coach, but with also the assistant coaches. And I think that means a lot. It also gives them continuity on what we're trying to do. We adjust each year what we're trying to do to fit our players. But having Coach Chris Good, who's been in the program for over 15 years now, it works as our JV head coach, kind of our offensive coordinator. Coach JoJo Smith, who's also around 15 years in our program, who's a Gallatin graduate and has been in this community for most of his life and knows a lot of people. And the relationships that he has certainly is a plus for our program. But, when you can count on those guys to be there at all times, that means a lot to your kids. And, the relationships that they build, we all have different roles as coaches. I think that every coaching staff probably has that. But when the season starts, the players already know kind of what those roles are. It's good as coaches for the players, for us to know what the players' role is, but it's also good for the players to know what the coaches' role are. And I think that's been a very important part for our consistency over the past few years.
I would agree, Bobby. Let's look at the success of the team so far a little bit more. You guys enjoyed a big win on the road last night at Hunters Lane. You pushed your win streak to 9 in a row, including the Above the Rim tournament. But you get into district play. You're getting into the heart of your schedule. You've got some big games coming up, including this Friday at Station Camp. So, how much do you guys talk about the successes that you've enjoyed so far, or has the conversation shifted to it's a new season, it's the second part of the 3 seasons that is basketball time?
Well, it's ironic that you said that, because we did talk about, we're happy that we've had the success to this point, but our theme going into last night's game on the road at Hunters Lane was that our record is 0-0, and that all 6 teams that were starting district play have the same record. And so now, if we can stack wins, every time you get a win in district play, it puts you in a little bit better situation for seeding. We're certainly not at the point we're talking about winning a district championship or anything like that at this point. Just getting started in league play, but we hope that we can stack as many wins as we can for better seeding in the tournament. But it's nice that we've won a lot of games, but I think the most important thing is we feel like we're playing pretty good basketball, and we feel like we've played the game a lot of different ways. We've seen a lot of different mixes of the way that our opponents are playing us, and that's a good thing for us so that we can be prepared for district play. But I'll tell you, this league, we may not have a team that's as dominant as the Beach team was last year, but from top to bottom, this league is really good with good coaches at every school, good players at every school, and it is going to be a battle every night out. If you look at the games last night, you have a 3-point game between Beach and Station Camp. I think Hendersonville stretched it out and got an 11-point win against McGavick, and we got a 12 or 13-point win on the road at Hunters Lane, but we were down 10 to open the 4th quarter last night. So it's a really good league, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Bobby, let's talk about improvement a little bit. You've had a really good record, but there are 2 blemishes, right? There's those 2 losses that you had. I'm curious, what did you learn from those games, and I guess how have you improved since then? And off of that as well, where's the area that you need to improve the most as you continue to move forward?
Well, I think the thing that we learned about our team in those 2 games, we had back-to-back losses on the road at Lebanon and at Mount Juliet. I think that we learned that we have got to be, a little bit more consistent with our offensive effort and our offensive execution. Defensively, in those games, we played pretty well. I don't think we played great necessarily against Mount Juliet, but we played pretty well defensively, and that's been kind of a base staple. But we learned some things about the way that teams are going to guard certain players on our team in those games, and we've been able to overcome some things. I think that as we go along, we have been able to score points in the paint, but one area we need to improve is we need to continue to work with our post players to be able to score some more points in the paint. So we're going to have to be a lot better in that situation. So we're working hard every day with our post play and with our post players to be more consistent and give us more offensive output.
A non-basketball question for you, Bobby, but more of a Gallatin High School question for you. You obviously are well respected in that school, in that community. You guys are welcoming in a new member to your faculty, a new coach in your athletic program, and Michael Stroop. I'm wondering, have you had a chance to meet with him yet, talk to him, and kind of, if you have, just your impressions of Gallatin High School bringing in what seems to be a pretty high character individual?
Yeah, I met with Coach Trout for just a moment when he came in one day just to introduce him to the team. And we didn't get to talk very much that day. It was a practice day for us. But, everything I've heard about him, I'm really impressed. I think our committee did a great job. I know they worked really hard to do their due diligence and find a person that fit Gallatin High School and could have the kind of success that we want to have here, in wins and losses, but also in just what we do on a daily basis for the kids here. So I'm really excited. We're hoping to get him here in the building very soon. I know he's going through the process of getting everything done and trying to get moved from where he's at now, but we're really excited to have him here and join part of the Greenway family and be a vital part. And I know our kids are excited to get him here. They've heard a lot of good things. And, if what I've heard about him is, as far as a person and as a football coach and the up-tempo style that he likes to play, I think our kids are really going to enjoy that style of play. So we're looking forward to getting him here on campus as a teacher very soon.
Coach, I'd be remiss not to ask you about this before I let you go, but have the chance to honor Union High School this next Tuesday against Beach. You had a chance to wear those uniforms as well on the road at Springfield where you got the win. You're also going to honor the 50-year team, the state championship team at Gallatin High School. So I guess being able to honor those of the past, how important is it? What does it do for the community at Gallatin High School?
Well, we always want to remember what this community has been as far as this school. In today's education system, there are so many schools now that don't have that community feel. And we're fortunate that Gallatin High School still has a community that supports its school and supports its students. We want to recognize the success of the past. Everyone knows that, this school has been very fortunate to have some great athletic teams, some great academic people, some great principals, and people that were very visible in the community. So we're fortunate that we can not only recognize the history of Union High School and Gallatin High School and those successes, but, because we want everyone to remember the importance and what they mean to our school. And it's a great educational situation for our students because, there was a time when it was not as easy as it is now, to be involved and do things. And there were opportunities that were not given to every student. And so we want our students to understand that. But at the same time, we use that to make sure that they appreciate the opportunities that they have now.
Very good. Well, Bobby, we really appreciate you joining us today. Best of luck the rest of the week, and we'll catch up soon. I know, like I said, Friday, big game at Station Camp, and then, of course, Beach on Tuesday, Hendersonville the next Friday. So I'll be seeing you soon, Bobby, and best of luck to you.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate all that you do for our local sports, and thanks to Justin for his hard work too. And we appreciate y'all, and we hope to see you at a game sometime soon.
Thank you, Bobby. That was Gallatin head coach Bobby Luna joining us to talk about all the things Green Wave. They've had a heck of a season, Justin. 16-2, jumping out to the start. 1-0 last night in league play after a win on the road at Hunters Lane. As I mentioned, a big schedule this week. On the road Friday at Station Camp, Beach at Gallatin the next Tuesday, and then, of course, against Hendersonville as well. We're going to jump to a quick break, but when we do, we're going to hand out our Player of the Week award. We're also going to talk about the Sumner County Swim Championship, so don't go anywhere. This is the Sumner County Sports Show powered by Brewster's Real Ice Cream. Brewster's Real Ice Cream features fresh homemade ice cream made right in our store each day. Offering 150 different flavors rotated daily, we offer a full line of vegan ice cream made with oat milk and no sugar-added fat-free options. We also offer Italian ices, sherbets, and fresh fruit sorbets. There is something for everyone. Enjoy your delicious treat with a fresh baked waffle cone, located in the Lowe's parking lot next to Zaxby's in Hendersonville.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
You really good try.
There aren't any cops around.
I didn't think there were any cops around.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay? Rub your hands.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think about calling for a ride. Nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that can happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car. kill someone.
Welcome back into the show. I am, of course, I'm your host, Zach Womble. He's Justin Kulik behind the scenes, joining us as always on this beautiful Wednesday, January 11th, 12:45 in the afternoon. I hope your day is going great. It looks to be a pretty nice day outside. I know it's kind of cloudy, Justin, but I think it's like 60 degrees. Doesn't feel bad. When I was driving into the studio today, I saw people playing golf on the course. So, it's not too bad outside. So I hope you're having a good day. All right, as I alluded to before the break, we were going to get into our players of the week. We were also going to talk about the Sumner County Swim Championships. Justin, you can do dealer's choice if you want. I'm good to go with either or. I don't know which set of photos you have. Player of the week first? All right, so we're going to do player of the week first. It, of course, is sponsored by Marcus Claybon of Nationwide Insurance in Hendersonville. Want to appreciate Marcus for jumping in our player of the week sponsorship. And we've got a duo this week first. So Cannon Hale and DeCosta Ricks. You see them right there. DeCosta on the left, Cannon on the right. Those two were pivotal in Gallatin's last two wins. Bobby Luna kind of talked about it while he was on with us. Cannon averaged about, what was it? I think Cannon averaged 19 points a game over the last two games. DeCosta averaged 21 points a game over two wins. So they are part of a three-headed monster. Of course, don't want to leave out A.J. Davis at Gallatin, who've kind of led the Green Wave, who have been there and will lead them throughout the season. So congratulations to DeCosta Ricks, Cannon Hill, our Sumner County show player of the week this week, sponsored by Marcus Claybon of Nationwide Insurance. So thanks to Marcus for that as well. All right, Justin, let's move on to our Sumner County Swim Championships. It took place last night. That's where I was on Tuesday at the Gallatin Civic Center. It was the third annual, and I'm not comfortable releasing who won because there was some, as we were doing the tallying, there was one school called as the winner for the girls' side, but then I was told secretly, like, hey, we're going to have to retally. Don't push this out yet. So I'm actually still waiting for the final results of the Sumner County Swim Championships as far as team winners and boys and girls winners. But they were able to name swimmers of the year last year. And surprise, surprise, but we have repeat winners. From Gallatin High School, you had Hannah Tomlinson, who you see right there. And then from Merrill Hyde Magnet School, you had senior Cade Hickson, both swimmers of the year 2 years in a row. You see Cade right there, leading both the Gallatin and Merrill Hyde swim teams for the past 4 years. And so kind of culminating with players of the year for the county as awarded by their swimming board. I guess you could call them the board of trustees, the board members of the Sumner County Swim Board, because, as you all know, swimming is not a sanctioned TSSAA sport. So all members, all running, I guess, entities has to be done separately, Justin, outside of the TSSAA. So great job by them running another successful event. And again, congratulations to Hannah Tomlinson and Cade Hickson on winning the Sumner County Swimmers of the Year. All right, Justin, we are going to take our final break, but when we do, we're going to close out the show with the best thing I saw this week. So don't go anywhere. This is the Sumner County Sports Show powered by Brewster's Real Ice Cream. Brewster's Real Ice Cream features fresh homemade ice cream made right in our store each day. Offering 150 different flavors rotated daily, we offer a full line of vegan ice cream made with oat milk and no sugar added fat-free options. We also offer Italian ices, sherbets, and fresh fruit sorbets. There is something for everyone. Enjoy your delicious treat with a fresh baked waffle cone located in the Lowe's parking lot next to Zaxby's in Hendersonville.
Walmart Supply Chain is hiring in Lebanon. Earn up to $22.25 an hour when you join our new fulfillment center. Enjoy competitive pay and premium perks, including 100% paid college tuition, 401k match, flexible schedules, a free Walmart Plus membership that includes discounts, and free Paramount Plus, paid time off, and so much more. Fulfilling work starts right here. Text JOIN to 240-240. That's JOIN 240-240 to apply now.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think about calling for a ride. Nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that can happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor.
I thought I could hold my liquor.
And we are back just like that. Getting ready to close out the show. About 8 minutes left or something like that, Justin, as we get ready to close out this episode of the Sumner County Sports Show. We've had a lot of fun today, didn't we, Justin? I mean, Bobby Luna is great always. I love interviewing Bobby because it's easy, to be honest with you. I can ask, like, I don't know, maybe it's just because he's so well-versed and doing his job and talking to the media that he kind of knows what to say, knows what we're looking for. But Bobby's one of those few individuals that you can ask him a question, and not only will he tell you the truth, he won't, he's not going to lie to you. He's not going to sugarcoat anything, but he gives you that extra tidbit as well. And so he did that today. It was so good for us here on the Sumner County Sports Show. We got a lot of interaction on social media. I'm looking at it right now. Right now, thank the 3 viewers that are viewing live, but I think we got up to 10. I think watching Bobby, got a couple likes in there as well.
Yeah, man.
So he was great. So again, thanks to Bobby Luna for jumping on to talk about all things Gallatin High School. And I very much look forward to their game on Friday at Station Camp. That's always a good one. Hendersonville's got Beach as well. So it seems like they want to play crosstown rivals on the same night. And then, of course, back at Gallatin the next Tuesday for their union recognition night. They will also honor the 50-year anniversary of the state champion 1972-1973 team that defeated Kingsport Dobbins Bennett 47-44 at the Stokely Center. So a big week ahead for Gallatin High School. It's been a big week, big past couple weeks, honestly, hiring the new football coach as well. So a lot of good things going on over at Gallatin High School. All right, Justin, as I alluded to before the break, I said I was going to talk about some good things I saw this weekend. One good thing that I didn't see this weekend was the national championship game.
Oh my gosh, man!
I mean,
how ridiculous! It's
65-7,
right?
65-7, Justin.
The championship. I mean, it's just for me. The weirdest thing was being able to see how like difference in size.
Kent State played Georgia better than TCU did.
Insane, man. This
is no knock on Vanderbilt. This is no knock on Missouri, but they played them better than TCU. And listen, I know TCU earned their way in. I mean, they defeated Michigan in the playoffs.
Yeah, did everything
They got into the playoffs despite losing the Big 12 championship game. But I mean, that's neither here nor there.
Right. We might just have some horned frogs on the committee.
And I feel bad because I felt terrible watching it because our coworker Blaine Keller from Texas, big TCU fan. I believe he's actually from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And I felt bad for him as I was watching that. But anyway,
that's tough.
No, I mean, I think the easy answer to go to best thing we saw this week, I think everybody would agree, is DeMar Hamlin getting sent home, going back home to Buffalo after what happened on Monday Night Football, that terrible tragedy.
A kick return,
in
response.
I mean, legitimately passing away on the field, having to be brought back to life in front of his peers, in front of all those fans, and then, be in critical condition and then bounce back and be able to go home. And, I don't want to get too into the weeds on it, on everything, but it's it's remarkable. It's remarkable.
Did you see whenever they ran that kick return back for the first play of the game, the Bills did?
I did see that.
The doctor released a statement later and said that all the ICU alarms were going off in the hallway because DeMar Hamlin was getting so hyped.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That it was incredible to watch, and now's not the time for any conspiracy theories, even if I may have them. But it was just so great for DeMar just to not die. I mean, just honestly, not, I mean,
keep living.
It's just is what it is. Just so great that he just didn't die and he, brought back to life. And hopefully he can, play football again. And, it was so great for, and I know this isn't going to make a lot of headlines because a lot of news outlets, us not included, but if it bleeds, it leads type of situation, his charity getting over $3 million in donations.
The goal was $5,000.
After being less than 5,000, they're over 3 million. So the generosity of the human population was second to none. And it was just so great to see that whole situation play out that way.
You see the good side of the social media part where stuff spreads so quickly, usually, or I guess depending on your experience, it's bad, but this is one of those things that you can be like, okay, that's why it was supposed to be used, or what it's supposed to be used for.
Absolutely. Justin, we got a couple minutes left, so let's do something kind of fun. Kind of maybe this day in sports history, maybe do a couple celebrity birthdays. I'll be honest with you, there were not a lot of great celebrity birthdays that I knew who they were.
I got a new game.
What's that?
Finish the lyric.
Finish the lyric.
Or what song is the lyric
Here's
from?
The thing, though, with Finish the Lyric, I'm not trying to pay anybody to run their song.
We're gonna be playing a lot of underground stuff.
Yeah, we have the rights to there. We're not paying people to run their music. We already got banned in Russia for playing Dixieland Delight a couple months ago after Tennessee beat Alabama.
I'll tell you what, if Lil Wayne wants to find this and say that I did so well that he needs to sue me.
Yeah,
like impersonation.
Well, let me just tell you, friends in the music industry, they will.
Yeah, they'll do it in a second.
They don't care how petty it is.
Already here.
If it's a penny, they want their penny. They want their penny. A couple of celebrity birthdays today. Mary J. Blige. I know you know who that is.
Oh yeah, she recently has been an actress, and she's fantastic.
She is.
I'm gonna say she's 54.
54. Close. She's 52.
Oh, I thought you were telling me that was right.
She's close.
That's okay.
Last one. All right. Sharif O'Neal, Shaq's son.
He
just left LSU. Maybe still at LSU.
Oh, really? Okay.
Maybe
20.
He's 22.
Aha.
22.
Within 2.
22. All right, Justin. A couple this day in sports history. I won't go too far back, but there are a couple good ones, and I'm reading them straight from the hip here.
Got it.
This day, 2010, Mark McGwire admitted that he used steroids on and off for nearly a decade. That time frame included the 1998 season when he broke a then single-season home run record. So this date, on 2010, Mark McGwire marked himself out of the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Wow. I watched that 30 for 30 with him and Sammy Sosa.
Yeah.
It was so good. It just talks about that. Mark McGwire ended up getting in though, didn't he? Or no?
No, he's not going to get in.
Oh, I'm thinking of Barry Bonds. Yeah.
No, Barry Bonds isn't getting in either.
I heard that he was in the class this year.
They're not getting in.
Really?
They're not. No, there's no chance they're getting in. No chance. No chance. I don't even know if Mike Piazza will get in.
Right.
Because it was Mike Piazza, Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire were all kind of lumped together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any of them are getting into the Hall of Fame. If Pete Rose can't get into the Hall for betting on his own team to win,
right?
They shouldn't get into the Hall of Fame either.
They have an official sports betting partner now, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. One more for you. This day, sports history, 2002, the famed Muhammad Ali received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
This day in history, 1995, for all my NHL fans, owners and players ended a 103-day lockout. It was announced that the regular season would be reduced to 48 games and would start January 20th. So that's
okay.
Pretty,
what was it originally? How many games?
I couldn't tell you, man. I'm not
on the spot there.
I'm not a big hockey guy. I'll be honest. I'm not a big hockey guy, so I don't know much about the history of hockey and how long it was. But also, this day, 2014, arbitrator Frederick Horowitz reduced Alex Rodriguez's drug suspension from 211 to 162 games for obviously drug usage. So
right, and he and to cover up all that.
Exactly. So, and he probably won't get into the Hall of Fame either. So, but unless they decide to let everybody in.
Well, I was going to say if they're not getting in, could we get in?
Maybe.
Okay.
You know who you should talk to about this? Who will have a better conversation with you about it? Chris and Mo later today. Which, if you don't know, their show today. When is it, Justin?
2:00.
2:00.
Yes, sir.
2:00 right here on Main Street Preps. All our other socials. So we've got a lot of fun things for you today on that show. What is it? Main Street Sports Today.
Yep.
With Chris Yao and Mo Patton right here. Main Street Preps, Main Street Media Television. So stay tuned. It'll be here in an hour.
Yep.
So
counting down
to it. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you next week.